your wife are very busy people. I'm shocked how many events I see you guys at.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're lots that I'm not even at.
It's part of the job.
Yeah.
Part of the job.
5, 8. Did you go to all the library functions, or? I just picked that
Are we
one.
missing
because I
two?
Try and pick one or
I
two
go
a year.
Yeah.
I go to several.
Okay.
Have it at 5 instead of 4 so he could be here, but he was coming from
Oh, that's right.
Southfield or somewhere up in Oakland County.
Where is he?
Yeah, he's here. I see him in Ron's office.
So Leon's here.
Don was planning to attend it, but correct?
I'll check on him.
We'll be starting in 1 minute.
Hey, how close are you? For the special meeting at 5? Yeah. Okay.
It's in my mailbox.
He's at Michigan and Newburgh. Don.
He ain't gonna make it here. Wait a minute.
Wasn't I come? Well, actually, sure, we got plenty of time.
He said he'll be here in 20 minutes or less.
Oh, we're not waiting for him.
They're going to start the
About
meeting
what
and
time
then
we'll be getting out of here, I think.
they think, Kevin said that'll be about when we're done with the meeting. Right around there.
In theory.
In theory.
No Leon, Brittany? Here? Huh?
Ready?
Yep.
This meeting is called to order at 5 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I can do that.
Treasurer, would you call the roll?
Trustee Kelly,
Here.
trustee Boynton is on hold. Trustee Martin?
Here.
Trustee Frazier? Here. Clerk Wright,
He's here. He's coming.
Treasurer Bud is here. Supervisor McNamara?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Executive summary. We have a consent agenda that consists of the reappointments of Jackson Paul and Medina Atchison to the Planning Commission. And we also, but we're really primarily here for one item, which is a new business discussion of an awarding a contract for the Belleville Area Museum Exhibit Project. Adoption of the agenda. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
Chair,
Yes.
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Kelly, Frazier. I have a motion by Kelly, supported by trustee Frazier. Hearing no further discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item is adoption of the consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
Through the chair. I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda with approval of the reappointments of Jackson Paul and Medina Atchison to the Planning Commission with terms to expire October 1st, 2006.
Support.
All right, I have a motion. I have a motion to approve the consent agenda. I have support. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item is public hearing. We have none. Next item is correspondence, announcements, and presentations. Does anybody have any announcements or correspondence or anything that they want to bring up? No? We have one presentation. As always, we never send out the video until the board sees it, so we've got people wanting us to send this out. So let's see it, and you guys give me your permission to send it out. This is what we have. This is our 2023 State of the Township video. We've long talked about the fact that we're trying to build a premier community. You don't build a premier community on your own. You do it with the interactions of a board that truly cares and points the direction. You do it with directors that are all rowing in the same direction. And when you have everybody working together like this, a special thing happens. And you stop building a premier community and you start becoming one.
But we're still building.
Well, the community center is almost here. In fact, this will be the last time we'll be talking about it as being a building project. It'll be open next year.
It's been a really amazing process. We did the first community survey back in 2019. The rec committee recommended to the board that we continue on with the project, and to see it transform throughout the years has been a really awesome experience. And here we are. We're finally doing it.
This was truly built from the ground up with the community's interests in mind. And I'm excited.
The new community center will feature a gym with an elevated walking track, a black box theater, group and individual fitness areas, multi-purpose rooms, and an outdoor plaza. The space will also include a lounge area, gift shop, and a full-size gymnasium. So our new community center will be housing all of our community services, rec, and senior staff, and will also have a connection to Quirk Park.
One of the neat elements of the center is its proximity to one of Van Buren's flagship parks, Quirk Park. Residents can enjoy all of the amenities of Quirk Park, including our splash pad, play structure, and pavilion, and then walk directly to the center to take full advantage of the spaces there.
Additionally, the center will feature a teen space, child watch area, as well as spaces dedicated just for our senior center members, whom we will be able to welcome back from our temporary senior location at Haggerty Elementary.
Since relocating to Haggerty School, we've worked hard to transform this building into a warm and inviting space for our seniors. Thanks to the school district, as well as our hardworking employees, instructors, and volunteers, we have been able to offer regular and rotating classes, programs, workshops, and activities. We've also been working to expand resources and information to our seniors for their health and education. We've added quite a few new members since we've come here to Haggerty School, but we're hoping that they'll still come back when we go back to Township Hall. And I think they will, because they enjoy it so much.
To help improve our presence and involvement in the community, we've added 2 positions for our township's benefit. The first is our school resource officer. Officer Bidwell is a uniformed officer who works directly with the Van Buren Township Public Schools, primarily the high school, handling issues there and building relationships with the students.
Over the last 3 years, we've seen a 7% increase in calls related to mental health. To address this need, we've contracted with Higera Health to provide us with a mental health clinician. Our clinician is able to respond to secure scenes along with a uniform officer, as well as look into referrals from our department. Furthermore, she follows up with individuals who are in crisis and provides for ongoing crisis counseling services to ensure that those individuals are provided with treatment services. I've been in law enforcement almost 28 years. This department, from our dispatchers to our record staff, to our detectives, to our first responders, the uniform officers on patrol, have performed phenomenally. Their dedication to the community, their care to the community has been amazing.
We've had a tough year, and there's no doubt about it. I mean, we've had train derailments, we've had fires, we've had tornadoes, we've had floods. And I just can't get over at how the neighbors were helping the neighbors. They were cleaning drains, they were helping people clean out their basements. The board arranged for special bulk trash pickup for every single home in the area, and it all got picked up. We had a plane crash. Not just a plane, but a Soviet-era MiG.
When these critical situations occur in Van Buren Township, rest assured that the officers and our firefighters and our dispatch are given 100% and responding as quickly as possible. And we're also reaching out to our neighbors to assist us on large-scale operations.
We're very fortunate to have formed previously collaborative relationships with our state, local, and federal partners. Those relationships have been instrumental in successfully navigating through these challenges and continuing to provide our residents with public safety in the community.
Working with the EPA, EGLE, which is state environmental, the FAA, the NTSB. I have more initials and numbers stored in my phone now than I have before of different people that have contacted. Wayne County Emergency Management has been huge. The neighboring municipalities that we have mutual aid agreements with for fires and so forth have definitely made a difference in our ability to try to help alleviate these hazards as quickly as possible.
We made it through this whole thing as a community, and I can't be more proud of everybody that works in Van Buren and the residents that all stepped up. It's just amazing what people did during these disasters. And I'm very, very proud to be a Van Buren because of what I experienced with my community. We're growing in Van Buren. We're improving, we're building, and we're going to keep building and enriching the lives of our residents who deserve nothing less.
Haggerty subdivision's sidewalks were in terrible disarray. They were unsafe. I had the opportunity to talk to kids within that subdivision. Pretty much had almost grew up all their life without being able to utilize the sidewalks. The township took it upon themselves to go in and make some needed repairs. It was a great pleasure for me to go in and help with this project. And I think the quality of life in that subdivision has improved tremendously. We're also finishing one neighborhood roadway project, and another one is beginning very soon.
The Homestead and the Greenbrier subdivisions have both requested special assessment districts. These districts will allow improvements to their subdivisions. We have created through the board a bank, and this bank allows us to lend money to the community so that the community can improve their own community areas. Then they pay us back at very nominal interest for the next 5 years.
Greenbrier subdivision replacement wrapped up this year, and Homestead is soon to begin.
Each of these projects aims to beautify these neighborhoods and improve the quality of life for the homeowners, giving these residents improved mobility through new sidewalks, new roads, and new right-of-ways immediately.
Speaking of mobility, an exciting expansion is coming to Belleville Road. The DDA is partnering with Wayne County to expand Belleville Road between Ecorse and Tyler from 2 to 3 lanes. We have secured $2.1 million from federal funding, as well as $500,000 from Congresswoman Debbie Dingell to assist us with this project. With the growing population, things are being done to ensure the safety and mobility of the township. We've also received 2 grants, the Planning Assistance Grant and the Safe Streets for All Grant. A $40,000 grant was given to us by SEMCOG. This is for the Planning Assistance Grant to conduct traffic studies along the Belleville corridor, allowing us to gather and utilize helpful traffic information for this road project. Hello, I'm Mary Coburn. I'm the Executive Director for the Van Buren Township DDA. I've been pleasantly surprised since coming to work here earlier this year for the Van Buren DDA, with all the different organizations in the community and the township coming together to make sure we're providing a wonderful experience, whether you live here or you're visiting, and it'll make you want to come back. I feel that when I'm around a table of our directors and the administration and the leaders, our electeds, they listen, they appreciate, and they value what you have to say.
So we've worked with our elected representatives and county officials to help secure $10 million for the replacement of the Denton Bridge. To cut down the project's overall timeline, the township has partnered with Wayne County to help manage the design of the bridge.
We did it to accelerate the project and to ensure it met our design requirements. It was a priority that we give special attention to boat traffic, so we raised the bridge to the highest allowable limit by the state.
In addition to speeding up the overall process of the needed replacement, we are also taking this opportunity to expand the bridge, adding a new connection point to the Iron Belt Trail.
We've been consistently developing our township's portion of the Iron Belt Trail, which is a statewide trail that will run from Belle Isle all the way to Ironwood, Michigan, section by section. Last year, we broke ground on Section B, which starts on Rawsonville Road and Grove Street and runs through Van Buren Park. With the help from the DTE Foundation and the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, we were able to finish that section this year. We're wrapping up the section of trail that runs through Riggs Park as well, in addition to Section H, which is located between Edgemont and Martinsville Road on East Huron River Drive.
In addition to developing the Iron Belt Trail, we're also working on bringing something new to Belleville Lake. Following our renovations made to French Landing Park, we're adding a kayak launch with rentable kayaks. Residents will be able to take out kayaks for as long as they'd like and then return them right back to the park.
There's always something new to discover, and there's always something adding on to the parks. My name is Jason Locke. I'm the Director of Parks. I came to Van Buren Township in November of 2022. I really was excited about coming to this township. I had heard a lot of great things about it. I've seen the direction that the township has made throughout the years, and with the help of the staff that I have under me, that's a great staff. I hope to be able to continually make the Van Buren Parks a park system that people are proud to say that they come from.
Our new gateway signs will be installed this fall at some of our most traveled entrances to our community. We'll have 3 large monument signs and 10 smaller roadside signs that will welcome residents back into their community and make a lasting first impression to new visitors. After closing for much-needed renovations, the Belleville Area Museum is finally ready to reopen this December. The museum belongs to our residents in this tri-community, and we've taken every opportunity to gather their input and build exhibit spaces around that.
First, in early 2022, we held an online survey and workshop to gather recommendations and insight from the community on museum exhibits, operations, programming, and more. We partnered with Good Design Group, who took all of that information and used it to create a master plan for the museum. We then presented this plan at an event earlier this year where we were able to show the community how their input had directly factored into the planning of the museum.
We want the tri-community to feel a sense of ownership and pride over the museum. We can't wait for our residents to come and see the newly redesigned and revisioned space that highlights and celebrates our shared local history.
The REAL program, focusing on youth employment, was back for another year this summer, and our teens were hard at work helping seniors with yard work, events at our senior center, and youth programming. This program has been a tremendous success so far and even earned the Van Buren Township Community Services Team the Innovative Recreation Programming Award from MParks, the Michigan Parks and Recreation Association.
Another award that Van Buren received this year was the Silver Shovel Award by Area Development in light of the electric vehicle gigafactory coming to Van Buren Township. Our Next Energy's battery manufacturing campus will create over 2,000 jobs and generate $1.6 billion in capital investment.
This isn't just huge for the township of Van Buren, it's huge for the state of Michigan. The company has even agreed to use the Van Buren First system, which requires Next Energy to provide jobs first to Van Buren Township residents, which means that the 2,000 jobs that are being offered up will be offered to Van Buren residents first through a series of town hall and open houses.
Although we've done a lot of work, there's still so many opportunities and things to get done in the future. And the partnerships between the DDA and the township and the community organizations and the residents all working together to make sure that we provide and we bring these projects to life.
The community center build process has been so exciting. Everything is going on time, we're on budget, everything is just clicking along, and we cannot wait for it to be open.
We are very much looking forward to the completion of the VBC, the Van Buren Community Center. Upon completion of the center, everyone will once again be under one roof. And when that happens, we're going to have a great time, and we can't wait to see you.
We are building a premier space for our residents to come together in physical activity, sports, arts, culture. It's a good day to live in Van Buren Township. Yay. Obviously, I want to thank Mike Japowitz for putting that together. I know it's a lot of hard work. I know a lot of nights involved, so thank you.
Thank you very much, Supervisor.
Yeah, thanks.
Great job. From my team.
Yeah.
Elena Manalp and Chloe Michaels, they put a lot of work into this project, and it was a team effort.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I know Dan did too, because he was working
Dan.
nights with you. So he doesn't get enough credit for a lot of those things he does. Thank you, Mike. All right, so we the idea is we're going to post that to YouTube and social media and whatever we do but I make sure you guys see it before it goes out, so, all right? All right.
Deal.
All right. All right, does anybody else have any comments that they'd like to make before we move on? Okay, we're moving on. Unfinished business, we have none. New business. Discussion to consider approval of awarding the contract for the Belleville Area Museum. Can I get a motion?
Through the chair, I make a motion, we approve the awarding of the contract for the Belleville Area Museum Exhibit Project to Niche Design for $224,000.
Trustee Frazier? There you go. All right. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Board. So on Thursday, September 14th, 2023, the Belleville Area Museum Exhibit Project RFP hit the streets. The public bid opening took place on Thursday, October 5th at 2 p.m. in the Denton Room at Township Hall. There were two bidders, Spaces to Experiences and Niche Design. So after vetting both firms with Good Design Group, who is our contracted museum master plan specialist, it's the team's recommendation for the Board of Trustees to approve Niche Design's bid for $244,000 for the Belleville Area Museum Exhibit Project. Niche Design attended the pre-bid meeting. They were able to look at the space, ask questions, and thoroughly understand the scope of the project. This cost came in below project budget, which is something we can't always say anymore, and it's budgeted in the Building and Grounds Capital Outlay account. So if awarded, the project would start immediately. This project is on an extremely aggressive timeline, which is why we're here tonight. And we hope to have most of the work completed by our scheduled opening in December. And I just want to flip through to the end of this and show you some renderings at the end, easier to see. So this is kind of what we're working with. We're building out the hard construction of the exhibit spaces. Most of the exhibit spaces are going to have more of a preview of what's to come by the time that we open in December. We're working with a local contractor to help us write out the actual exhibit pieces. And then that's a look at our reception area at the front of the museum. Trying to get to the end. And here are some renderings that we saw during the master plan project, but very close to actually becoming fruition. And that's all I have. Is there any questions?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. So I guess, so the new museum is going to be more displays and actual display areas?
Yes,
Things
we're
like-
completely re-envisioning the display and exhibit areas.
So there was a couple of different ideas of what the displays would look like. Can you go to the floor plan? One of the floor plans was a kind of a close where they control the flow. The people that went to the workshops wanted a more open floor plan where they could have groups, so they could talk to it in groups. But if you look at the blades that they've got and things like that, so when you go through in the second, we won't have exhibits, we'll have the exhibit space, right? Correct? You'll have the exhibit space and the thing will be ready to be set up, correct?
In December?
Yes.
Correct, yes. The actual hard construction of the exhibit pieces will be mostly completed by December. And then we're working to build out the actual content part of the exhibits at the end of December and through January.
So unfortunately, they'll have a piece of paper. We know that number one thing that people wanted was to know about the lake. Okay, so that has the biggest predominant area. There will be an area that's a lake exhibit. But right now, all it'll have is a piece of paper that says, this is where we will have a lake exhibit.
The sneak peek to keep everyone
Until
excited of what's to
yeah.
come.
And the idea is that the historical commission or whatever forms up is going to decide how that's going to be exhibited and things like that, working with our consultant to make sure it becomes good and comes to fruition, yeah. So,
Are the Christmas trees also going to be on the main floor when they get set up? Or-
And the second floor.
Oh, you
And the
did
connector, so
Oh,
a
okay.
new piece that we
Oh,
haven't done
okay.
before.
Good.
Yes. Make sure you get your registration in if you're interested.
okay. I have no questions. Anybody else? No? No. I have a motion. by Treasurer Bud, supported by Trustee Frazier. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Board.
Reports, I have none. Public comments, do I have any public comments from the audience? Do I have any online? Does the board want to make any board member want to make a comment? Can I get a motion for adjournment?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, Treasurer Martin, okay, Bud and Trustee Martin. Hearing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Close. What's that?
Adoption of the agenda. Is it Kelly and Fraser?
I don't remember. Adoption of the consent agenda?
No, adoption
No,
of
the
the
beginning
agenda.
of the meeting that you ain't wait
Yeah,
on
Kelly
us
and
on.
Fraser. Okay.
What's that?
The beginning of the meeting that you ain't wait on us on.
Excuse me, I waited on, why did you make all of us wait? Why did you make all of us wait? That's what you should be doing, you should be apologizing, not saying, why'd I start?
This is the first time we done waited on people to come to the meeting.
And if I knew you were coming, I would have waited, but you were in the building and we were all sitting down here by ourselves.
I was down there talking to Ron and stuff, you know.